Hello everyone, it's me, Chaff Commander Coffee, and I'll be doing another quick recording of a traditional war of the Spark draft. So let's jump right into it. Yep, let's buy that right up. Okay, pack 1, pick 1. Neheb. 5/4 trample for 4. When he deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, you may discard any number of cards. If you do, draw that many cards and add that much red mana. Turn of turn, you don't lose this mana as steps and phases end. What else have we got here? What power cards do we have? Rising Populace is pretty good. Interplanar Beacon's great fixing if you want to play splash bomby planeswalkers in other colours. Toll of Invasion's pretty decent. Band Together is a great fight trick. Ceratok's pretty good. I don't think Neheb is actually going to be that good in draft, because what are you going to spend the red mana on, really, that you get from discarding stuff? Like, there isn't any like huge, like, if Electro Dominance was in War of the Spark, you'd have perhaps an option for that. I guess you could use it on one of the finales, but we did just finish playing red, black as well. That was the last one I did. So I think I want to try different colours. And I think if I want to try different colours, I think Aven Eternal is probably the best one here. Flyers are very, very sparse in the set. And this is both supports the Amass archetype and also provides you with a flyer. So I think we're going to start with the Aven Eternal, which is not a very exciting pack 1, pick 1, but I think it's pretty decent, all the same. Pick 2, Chaos Dismissal, I think is one of the best cards in the set. It deals with the mass tokens. It can mess with opponents' blocks. You can bounce Prison Realms back to people's hands, maybe to cause ETB triggers. You can also just bounce your own planeswalkers to get extra value out of them. Aside from that, we've got Domri's Ambush, which is pretty good, but it is in Gruul colours. Leyline Prowler is one of the better fixers in the set. No Escape is a good, one of the few counter spells actually, and it's a pretty good one as well because it does scry and it's easy to splash. But I think Chaos Dismissal is just a much better pickup for this stage of the game, or the draft. Okay, 10th District Legionnaire is a good build around, but you've got to have a lot of pump spells to make it work. Cruel Celebrant's always pretty good. Like, this is never a bad card, really. Jiang Yang Gu is pretty good too. But if we're thinking of the colours we're in, Vraska's Finisher is a good way of finishing off creatures. That's what it does. Got Mana Geode for fixing. I think the Mana Geode might come round though, so maybe don't need to pick that up now. Davriel Shadowfugue can be pretty good. It is card advantage effectively, but you've got to really be hitting your opponent when they're down to like 2 cards, so they're forced to discard something they really would rather keep. I think it's between Vraska's Finisher and No Escape, and I think I'm going to grab No Escape right now. I think we're just going to go blue. We're just going to play blue. Ooh, Ashiok. Ashiok's a very good control win con. Yeah. I think we're going to try out the Ashiok and go for maybe a Dimir. Oh. And to add on to that, we got a Davriel. Davriel's pretty good too, so let's grab Davriel. Obnixilis, please game, please. Stop giving me so much value. I do like Obnixilis. Removal, card draw, or card advantage. He does a lot of good stuff. So 3 good planeswalkers picked up there. Out of this pack, nothing exciting. Ashiok Skulker is a good blocker, I guess, but it's not a very exciting pickup. Shriek Diver is an alright flyer. It's probably the weakest flyer in the set, but it could be worse. Soren's Thirst is alright removal. Might want to just pick up the Gateway Plaza for fixing, but if we're only in 2 colours, I suppose it doesn't matter that much. I think with a Ashiok and a Davriel, I think we want Ashiok Skulker. We want some blockers to get our... I know it's a bit of an expensive one, but I think it's pretty good all the same. Proliferate, draw a card. Proliferating Davriel is an extra discard. Proliferating Ashiok is an extra mill. I think Proliferate is definitely something we want to pick up in this. Toll of the Invasion is pretty solid. Interplanar Beacon is good if we want to splash other color planeswalkers. But I think Toll of the Invasion is just a more solid card to be running as it is. Another No Escape. Well, I mean, counter threat seems pretty good. I don't mind having a Davriel Shadowfugue, maybe for the control matchups in the sideboard. Teferi's Time Twist can be... It can be a counterspell, effectively. Or it can fog a Planeswalker if they swing all at a Planeswalker and you Teferi's Time Twist it out and then return it. So, I think I'd rather Teferi's Time Twist than Banehound. Aid the Fallen, yeah, definitely want Aid the Fallen. Ooh, third No Escape. Okay, and we are rewarded for playing blue because we just got Fubblethurp. Fubblethurp's not actually that bad. However, there's a Kazmini's Transmutation here, which is just a really, yeah. Goodbye God Eternals, because Kazmini's Transmutation is here, basically. Tyrant Scorn, excellent removal. I'd definitely rather take this than anything else in the pack in our colours, so we're going to grab Tyrant Scorn. Ooh. Choices. Teferi the Time Raveler. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, Teferi's +1 is not that relevant in this set. Not really. No, his +1 is not. It isn't very relevant, to be honest. But his -3, bounce something and then draw a card. So he cycles himself and then bounces something, which is not bad. And your opponent can't cast instants during combat or that sort of thing. So not bad, but he is off our colours. Do I think he's powerful enough to splash him? Probably not. So I'm just going to pick up another Aven Eternal, because an extra flyer and an Amass token is good stuff. This pack, another Callous Dismissal? Yeah, sure. We're just going to play the Durdle plan. Oh boy, we're playing Mill. Oh yes, give me some Ashiok. Let's do that. Okay, we're playing Mill. We're playing Mill. Wall of Runes. We want walls. Give me a wall. I want the walls. Okay, out of this pack, probably Curious Dambreaker as a late game blocker. Also proliferates our Planeswalkers. This is difficult. It's either between Thunderdrake and Chariot Extractor. I think probably Thunderdrake is just more powerful overall. So I think we'll just grab the Thunderdrake. Here, I think we would rather pick up the Chariot Extractor as opposed to the Ashiok Skulker. Teo might actually be legitimate as a splash Planeswalker, as he provides walls for milling our opponent with Ashiok, but I think Chariot Extractor is just a more playable card. It's not very playable, but it's more playable. Here, nothing exciting. I think Teferi's Time Twist just to fog our Planeswalkers more. Another No Escape, yep, 4 copies No Escape seems fine. Another Ashiok Skulker as a blocker. I guess we'll take a Teo's Light Shield for the sideboard. And another Ashiok Skulker. Cool. Whilst I am in blue, I don't want to play this card because it sucks. But I do want to play Tyrant Scorn because it's dank. So let's grab another Tyrant Scorn. This pack's a little dry, but we have got Wall of Runes, so we'll grab that. More walls. More walls! This is more difficult. Contentious Plan or Eternal Skylord? Skylord gives us more flyers on our Amass tokens, and we have got a decent amount of Amass already. It's a much better card than Contentious Plan in a vacuum, obviously, but Yeah, I think I do take the Eternal Skylord there. I think that's a fine card. Here we have not much. Could run Rescue Sphinx. It's one of the more powerful flyers. I think we're just playing blue-black flyers with Mill. Why not? Spark Reaper can be a decent draw engine, but do we need that? I'm not sure we do. Another Callous Dismissal, do we need that? Possibly. Might be worth splashing for Invade the City. We have got a crap ton of instants and sorceries. We've got 2, 3, 5 if we play them, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 already. We're not going to play all of them. This could be very, very legitimate though, but it's more powerful the later you draw it. So it's not exactly something that keeps us alive to get our plan rolling. So I think maybe we just take another Callous Dismissal here, which is a very valid card. Augur of Bolas. I think Augur of Bolas is good in this setup. I think he's very good in this setup, so we will pick him. He's a good blocker as well. Dovin. Dovin seems good. Another Contentious Plan might not be bad, actually. A second Contentious Plan could be good, but I think Dovin's better. Dovin stalls our opponent and also prevents that he bubbles creatures, which is exactly what we want.
Battle to your record of bad decisions.
I guess Sky Theatre Strix is probably more playable than the rest of the cards here, so we'll grab that. It's another flyer as well. Narset or Naga Eternal? I guess Narset.
I have practiced against many foes.
Here, I guess we'll pick up the Naga Eternal and not play it. A Contentious Plan, take that. I don't think we want more Teferi's Time Twists. I don't think we want Totally Lost either, but I guess we would take the Dusk Mantle Operative in case we need more 2-drops. Relentless Advance. Maybe not play it, but we'll definitely keep it in mind. And another Aid the Fallen. Okay, what is this deck? This deck is like Dimir Mill, basically. Ashioks. I think we're going to call it Amass the Ashioks. Because we have quite a lot of Amass. We've got 2 Ashioks. I think that's very, very, very genuine there. Let's take all our cards out. I like to build from scratch. We have a very, very large pool though, so let's see. Let's start with Planeswalker. Davriel's good in this build. Double Ashiok. Dovin stalls things out. Ob Nixilis can give us cards or destroy our opponent's creatures. Don't know how valid Narset is yet, so we won't put it in the deck. I think 1 copy of Aid the Fallen is fine. Alright, and let's think about the rest of our base. I think 1 copy of Kasmina in the main deck is fine. I think we want the flyers, Aven Eternals, Sky Theatre Strix. Just give us all the flyers. Just give us the flyers. Okay, so we've got lots of flyers. Double Tyrant Scorn, good removal. What are we looking at currently? 2 instants, 1 sorcery, 6 creatures, 5 planeswalkers. Definitely want more creatures. But we can just amass tokens on our spells. So I think we take the Callous Dismissals. Do we take the Wall of Runes? Wall of Runes might be very relevant. How relevant is Wall of Runes? It does scry us to what we want to hit, which is our Ashioks. It's a cheap card to combo with Thunder Drake. We can bounce it with Rescue Sphinx, and then replay it for extra scry. It still gives us defenders. I think the Wall of Runes is actually pretty legitimate in this deck. Okay, what are we looking at now? instants and sorceries. We've only got 6 instants and sorceries. I think we just want to put creatures in the deck now. Although, some our instants and sorceries do generate creatures as well for the most part. Contentious plan. We've got a decent amount of Amass. We've got a decent amount of planeswalkers that we do want to use a lot. It does draw us cards as well. So I think we want double contentious plan. I think our final card. This is going to be a bit of a toss-up between Augur of Bolas and Kura's Dambreaker, I think. Do we need a Kura's Dambreaker? I think perhaps against decks where we're up against much larger creatures, that might be worth. How often is Augur of Bolas going to hit? He's going to hit fairly regularly. I think he's going to hit about half the time. Yeah, we have equal creatures to instants and sorceries. I think he might hit about half the time, but that's not exactly accurate. Probably maybe, yeah, because you got to think like you're drawing lands and things. But I don't know how relevant that will be. Relentless Advance is okay. It's just putting some creatures out there. Our 4-drop slot is, we're either looking at a 4-drop or a 5-drop slot really, because we've got plenty of 2-drops, 3-drops. So Charity Extractor or the Relentless Advance. This is a much better blocker for our Planeswalker game plan. I think maybe we take the Charity Extractor actually. I think we run with something like this. Yeah, I think this seems good. All right, amass the Ashioks and mill our opponent. I think this deck has genuinely got feet. I think it's. I say this, and it's probably going to end up going terribly, but you know what? If the game gives you 2 Ashioks, I think it's worth at least attempting the mill plan. You know, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Sure. Let's call that a deck. Right. Let's get started. I'm not gonna leave this as a separate video. Let's just start playing. Amass the Ashioks. How far can we go milling people out in a draft? We'll have to see, won't we? We'll have to see. Place your bets. I think we've got a lot of strong removal. We do have a lot of strong removal. This hand seems pretty decent. I will keep this. We want to try to scry for extra lands. Forest, okay. Cast Dismissal is pretty good too. That'll stall the board up. Ball of Runes. Go scry that at the bottom because we want to find lands. We ideally want to hold the contentious plan until we get the Ashiok out. Possibly even the Ashiok and a mass token with Callous Dismissal and the Rescue Sphinx if we want to be really greedy. Merfolk Skydiver. Okay. So that's a flyer. I think we just play the other Wall of Runes to look for land. We're going to look for land. Because we need land. Okay, Skydiver's going face for 2. Opponent plays Evolution Sage. Okay, that's kind of scary. Now, if we Callous Dismissal the Sage, he'll just replay it. And then he'll play a land after that and then proliferate on the Skydiver. So I think the correct play is to Callous Dismissal the Skydiver. Getting a little land screwed, you know. I mean, it's not like I've scryed twice and we've gone through a decent number of cards already. Okay, he's got no more lands in hand. Okay, that's good to know. This is instant, so I'm going to hold on to this. Maybe even play the Sky Theater Strix and then try and ambush the Skydiver the next turn. Depends if our opponent draws land or not. Looks like he hasn't, which is good for us. Okay. We're just going to let that go through. Okay, there's an island. Right. I think do we play the Ashiok? He could have a no escape here, so I think we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. And see what our opponent does. Has he got a land? Or something to put a counter on Evolution Sage, maybe. Ugin's Conjurant, okay. Okay, he's going to proliferate twice. Sure. Okay, let's see what our opponent does. He just swings with the Skydiver. We're going to Tyrant Scorn that. And destroy that. And that also has the option to proliferate indefinitely. So we definitely don't want that happening. Cool. I think we Ashiok here. Our opponent looks like they're playing 5 colours by the looks of it. Do we even bother going face? We might as well do the damage. Ugin's Conjurant is not particularly scary. It is if he keeps proliferating on it. But we can just chump it with the 1-1. And it goes down to being a 4-4. I know I've got Contentious Plan and I could have tried to hold that back, but that's fine. Haven Eternal. Right, let's Ashiok them again. They just mill a bunch of lands.
I'll return while you slumber.
Okay, let's drop the Rescuer Sphinx and return the Wall of Runes. Hey, no attacks. What has our opponent got? We did just exile 4 lands, so I doubt he's got a land drop, but you never know. I'll probably just trade the Wall of Runes for the Ugin's Conjurant if he swings with just the Ugin's Conjurant. Okay, he's going to swing. Okay, so Wall of Runes is going in front of the Conjurant. What's he going to drop? Big Boy? Bloom Hulk, Cura's Dambreaker, that sort of thing. I'm expecting a big boy. Laztep Behemoth. Okay, so it's just, yeah, it's just a big fatty. Let's mill our opponent again. Okay, they lost the Finale of Devastation.
I hope we need to get my dreams dissipate like smoke.
We're going to drop the Haven Eternal. And then we're going to Contentious Plan, which is going to proliferate all my dudes for mad value. That is a lot of value that just happened there. I think we're pretty good on the mill plan. I think we just carry on milling our opponent. Opponent proliferates the Ugin's Conjurant. Not too bothered by that. What else have they got in hand? Ob Nixilis can pretty much ruin them at this point. They've got some green mana and that's about it. Swing with the Conjurant and the Behemoth. Okay, I think we just chump the Behemoth and trade for the Conjurant. Seems fine. I could have traded for the Behemoth, but I'm not too bothered by that. He hasn't got any counters on it, so eh. What's he got? 3 green left. Oh no, you can tap the Centaur Nurturer for anything. Is he gonna... I think he might have Spark Harvest. Yeah, okay, he's gonna Spark Harvest, sacrificing the Evolution Sage. Okay, that's fine. Let's drop the Wall of Runes. I'm gonna scry Dovin, Hand of Control. Do we want Dovin? I think Dovin seems fine. Let's drop the Obnixilis. And I think we just kill the Laztep Behemoth, to be honest. No attacks.
Knowledge is not without prize.
I know we're giving our opponent cards, but they're on 10 cards left in library.
Dreams of the damned.
Okay, I think we just double block the Leyline Prowler here. One each, okay. So Obnixilis is going to sack our Wall of Runes. Have they got Aid the Fallen? They might have an Aid the Fallen here. Or another Spark Harvest? Another Spark Harvest. Death Sprout, okay. That's an interesting choice. Are they... Okay, so they're one card closer to being milled out. Guild Globe, okay, one more card closer to being milled out.
I am your inner demon.
Let's drop the Aven Eternal. Sacrifice the Amass token.
I am not even the weak serve a purpose.
Okay. I think we want to aid the Fallen here, for both. And we're going to return, what creature do we want? I guess just the Wall of Runes and Ashiok. Let's drop the Wall of Runes. We don't want an island. So our opponent's basically screwed
Try
here.
not to think too hard.
I can't think of what they can drop and like beat us down with when we're on 16 life. And we've still got another Tyrant Scorn, another couple of Callous Dismissals. Yeah, our opponent just concedes. Okay, so mill works. And against this deck, what do we want? Our opponent's playing big boys. They've got a Spark Harvest. Do we just play No Escapes? Do we swap? What do we swap for that? I think Sky Theater Strix is a bit weak in this matchup. It's not doing any swinging particularly. Chariot Extractor, is he big enough? I think he is big enough, but I don't think he's important enough. I think we just put in a couple of No Escapes. And do we want to cut some Callous Dismissals? I think we cut one Callous Dismissal, because our opponent doesn't seem to be playing Amass. And put in Cura's Dambreaker instead. Because that gives us a big beat stick for the late game, if our opponent decides... Or if, yeah, if we're, like, you know, we need something to both block the ground or potentially push some of his creatures out. How do you sideboard against Ashiok mill decks? How do you do that? Do you just try go face as quickly as possible? And I don't think we necessarily mind going second. This seems fine. Okay, we really, really want to find land. Land would be ideal. There's a leyline prowler. I think we're just going to tyrant spawn that. There's land. I think we just Davriel. Davriel on an empty board seems pretty good.
Make this quick. I'm bored already. Perish the thought.
Jiang Yangu on an empty board is completely useless, so...
I don't think you'll be needing that.
Okay, and I think we're just going to hold up no escape. Okay. Do we down tick Davriel? I don't think we do. I think we just pass. No, we don't want Sphinx. Our opponent has land in hand, as far as I'm aware. We don't want another Wall of Runes. I think we can contentious plan here. Proliferate on Davriel. And make them discard again.
Let's tidy up in there.
Ugin's Conjurant. It's not bad. Okay, a Swamp. That's good stuff. I think we just drop the Aven Eternal. So we can put pressure on Jiang Yangu. Sarkhan! Oh, bloody hell.
I fight with a dragon's rage. Magnificent.
I will help you through this.
Okay, let's bounce that dragon. Okay, goodbye dragon. And then we're just going to kill both our planeswalkers. Because we're spicy like that.
Come on.
Let's get out of here, Mo.
Lost.
And we're going to just drop Dovin.
It's hard to be a genius surrounded by lesser minds.
I think I just realised that we're playing the Snarky Scumbag deck. Because all our planeswalkers are Snarky Scumbags. Let's drop Ob Nixilis.
As a human, I conquered. As in history, your bones will read as omens.
Swing 4/4. And we'll just end the turn there.
It is just a small head.
Oh, there's an Ashiok as well.
Knowledge is not without prize.
I think what we'll do is we'll just play the Eternal Skylord. Swing for 6. And we'll just dove in the Tidebearer Giant.
I'm well equipped to
End
deal
turn.
with nuisances like you.
Suffer the dreams of the damned.
This deck is sick. This is filthy. Our opponent just literally can't do anything. He just slowly loses all his cards. Which he now just flat out loses the game, so... let's just swing with the Flyers. Opponent has something. Sarkhan's Catharsis, yeah. Unfortunately, that is the end of you. Your Catharsis is sweet release from this filthy ass deck. Right. cool. That's pretty good, that is. I like that. Right. I also should change the deck picture to Ashiok. There we go. That's better. Right. Pretty good start. Pretty good start. Let's go into the next game. See if we can't get up to 3 wins, get our gems back. That would be real nice. Picatu hyphen. Let's play first. I mean, yeah, sure. Hopefully we don't draw too much more land. Otherwise, we are fine. Let's start with Swamp. Okay, let's play an island. So 3 Callous Dismissals. Got Pouncing Links. Do we Callous Dismissal that? I don't know, do we? Doesn't seem very relevant. No, I think we'll just hold back. Okay, play a Swamp. I think we Dismissal here because we will be able to we'll get the Skylord out and then we can swing with the Flyer, so it seems pretty good. Hopefully our opponent taps out so they can't cast No Escape. Okay, Esper. Pouncing Links, and they don't have enough mana to No Escape, so drop the Eternal Skylord. They could have Tyrant Scorn here, bouncing the Amass token. But, we'll see. Have they got the Tyrant Scorn? If they do, okay, yeah, they've got Tyrant Scorn. That's fine. We can still block the links, so it's not too bad. Okay, they're on 5. Hopefully we can start getting some of our Planeswalkers out. Though we can stall the game for like 4 turns, so that's fine. Okay, double blue. Augur of Bolus. Alright. Searching for a spell. Well, they do have to reveal it, so if they reveal No Escape, at least we can play around it. Obnix's Cruelty. On the Eternal Skylord, okay. Okay, we get our own Obnixilis. If we put Obnixilis down, he's going to have a bad time, so... do we mind? Do we mind if Obnixilis has a bad time? I don't think so. Let's just drop Obnixilis. Just pass.
For your conquerors. I am your inner demon.
What has our opponent got? Right, 6 mana. Could see some big boys come out here. Shriek Diver. Okay, he's gonna give it haste. Okay, so Nixless is dead.
It was You have made a powerful enemy.
Okay, more land. How much do we care about what's on board? Not very much, so we're just going to pass. Okay, we'll just let them go through for 5, that's fine. Okay, there's a Thunder Drake. They're going to cast another spell, they're not. Okay, then we just Casminas on the Thunder Drake. I know they can cast spells to make the Thunder Drake bigger, but for now I think that's fine. And do we want to cast Dismissal anything? All these creatures are quite cheap, so cast Dismissal is just going to make that a bit awkward. We'll just hold up the Tyrant Scorns. Okay. I'm going to spend 1 Tyrant Scorn killing the Shriek Diver. And we'll just let the rest of the damage go through. Unfortunately, we're not really drawing any power cards right now, so we're looking a little dicey. Tamiyo's Epiphany, okay. I would have loved to get some Tamiyo's Epiphanies, but we did pass one actually. I probably should have picked that up, but never mind. Ashiok, okay. We can Ashiok.
Nightmare. I leave you. I return.
We callous Dismissal of Pouncing Lynx. Okay, so our opponent has to play their spells in main phase if they want to put a counter on the Drake, otherwise we can kill the Drake with the Amass token. But we're not looking in great shape here. Augur of Bolus, okay. Searching for spells. Didn't find any. Okay. I'm going to swing at Ashiok for 4. I'd much rather just swing face. Okay, so block the Thunder Drake. Okay, so we get a trade on the Drake, that's pretty good. God Eternal Oketra, okay. That's pretty bad. We have no way of killing Oketra currently. So we're just going to have to bounce Oketra. And mill our opponent for 4.
This. Remember, your nightmares remain.
Cast blockers, block the links. Throw damage, normal damage. If they drop a Ketra again, we'll just bounce it again. We don't really have another choice. Davriel. Davriel doesn't help. We're just going to try to take a look at as much of our opponent's deck as we can and get an idea of what we need to sideboard. Okay, so Tyrant Scorn, Epiphany, Nixus Cruelty, Shriek Diver, Thunder Drake, Tidebearer, Nahiri on the splash. Erratic Visions, Casmia's Transmutation, Enforcer Griffin, Tyrant Scorn. Not too many late game cards, so aside from a Ketra, we need some way of dealing with the Ketra, so I think we definitely we want to sideboard in all of our counter spells. So let's see. Let's take out... Toll of the Invasion is probably going to be pretty good, so let's put that in. I think Callous Dismissal's less relevant in this matchup, so we're going to take out the Callous Dismissals. We're going to pop in some No Escapes. I think I want like at least 3 of them. I think we can take out the... Charity Extractor does block up his board quite well, but so do the most of the flyers we have. Dovin's probably not that relevant. He doesn't have very many big creatures, so I think we can take the Dovin out pretty safely. And I think we probably want to take out the Theatrix for Augur of Bolus, so we can try and find those counter spells against the Oketra. I think that seems fine. Let's try this out. Now our opponent kind of hasn't seen very much of our deck. They've seen a lot of bounce spells and things, which we've now sideboarded out, so they might have put in more cards that hate on Amass tokens, which is quite possible. They don't know how many flyers we have though, because we didn't really show very many flyers. Okay, this seems like a pretty good hand. I'll keep that. I might not even play the Augur of Bolus to just try and get the Thunder Drake down and then double cast on it, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, there's an Ashiok. I think it's worth playing the Augur of Bolus given that we have an Ashiok in hand. We've got another Contentious Plan. This is perfect. So we can basically mill our opponent out completely, as long as we can get Ashiok down and Ashiok doesn't die. So we're going to drop Ashiok. Mill our opponent for 4.
You'll fight.
Okay. We hit an Augur of Bolus, so that seems pretty decent. Okay, he's got some white mana. There's a Shriek Diver coming down. Can't give it haste, so that's fine. Just gonna mill our opponent for 4 again.
Behold, my dreams dissipate.
And I think we just drop the Thunder Drake. And swing with the Augur of Bolus. Okay. Can our opponent remove the Drake? If they can, Ashiok's still fine, because we can proliferate back up. Stealth Mission. Okay, Ashiok is not fine. Ashiok is in fact dead. However, we can start building the Thunder Drake up into a monstrosity. So what we're going to do is we're going to Tyrant Scorn, and we're going to destroy the Shriek Diver. And we're going to Toll of the Invasion. And, oh look, a Ketra. Yep, no Ketra for you. Opponent needs to draw land. Okay, he got the land. How is he going to follow that up? Because we've got double Contentious Plan, and that is going to make our Thunder Drake absolutely monstrous. Elite Guard Mage. Okay, so he gains 3 life and draws a card. There's Obnixilis. Do we Obnixilis the... I think we can Obnixilis the Augur. I think that's probably safe to do now. And then hold the Thunder Drake back as a blocker. So we're just going to sacrifice the Augur of Bolus. Okay, I think dropping the island's fine. And then no attacks. Opponent takes 1.
Try not to think too hard.
Let's see what they're going to play. They're going to follow that up with an Enforcer Griffin. Okay, that's fine. Aven Eternal seems pretty good. We're gonna sacrifice the token. Draw some cards.
Can learn much from them.
Okay. And we probably want to hold up the no escape, so we're going to just drop the Aven Eternal. Although, I do want to put counters on the Thunder Drake, so you know what, we're going to contentious plan. And put counters on all our boys. Okay, seems pretty good. Got a 5/6 flyer. Now, if we block the Enforcer Griffin, he's going to want to Vraska's finisher, my Thunder Drake, which I don't know if it's a good trade. Do I care about Obnixilis at this point? Possibly, possibly not. We can't kill either of their creatures with Tyrant Scorn. Tamiya's Epiphany. Okay, he's doing that before he tries to kill Obnixilis, which means he is going to take a fair amount of damage. If he... Wait, he can't play any more creatures, so he takes damage. He swings at Obnixilis. He doesn't even swing at Obnixilis. Okay, I think he might just be dead here. So what we do is we Tyrant Scorn, returning the Griffin back to hand. We Obnixilis, killing the Guard Mage. We Contentious Plan. I might actually be wrong here, but we'll Contentious Plan and see what happens. I should have Contentious Planned first. That was a mistake. However, we are going to swing for 12 damage. And our opponent is dead unless they can put down at least 2 flying blockers. Okay, they're dead anyway, so pretty good. Opponent's got a lot of flyers. I think we've got what we need to push the game, though. Davriel's Shadow Fugue might be relevant. Not sure what I'll cut for it. Maybe a Wall of Runes. He's got a lot of flyers, so I don't think the Wall of Runes are actually going to do anything. So let's take out both the Wall of Runes, put in the Davriel's Shadow Fugue. And do we want another No Escape? I think actually we want Skyfitter Strix, because that trades with the Shriek Diver, and we do want more flyers, so maybe we take out... What of these don't we want? Chariot Extractor seems pretty weak against a Flyers deck, so let's take that out and pop in... Dovin might be fine, actually. Against those many flyers, our Planeswalkers are going to be under a lot of pressure, so I think Dovin is fine. Our opponent might sideboard back to having ground creatures. But he's got like Tidebearer Giant and stuff, but yeah, our flyers can block ground creatures as well, so I'm not too bothered by that. We'll see if this works. Fingers crossed. I don't mind going second with this deck, as I said. The extra card can be really helpful. And to be honest, Ashiok was getting absolute mad work done. He was getting serious work done. Toll the Invasion ripped the Aketra straight out of their hand, which was great value. I think if they had have managed to resolve Aketra, we would have been in a completely different spot, because they had a lot of creatures in hand. They probably could have just overrun us. Although Aketra can't block the Thunder Drake, so maybe we would have been able to push enough damage anyway. I think this hand is fine. We've got the Transmutation against Aketra. We just need to not draw loads of land. Ideally. Double white into Pouncing Lynx. Okay, so they've got some of their ground creatures back. Let's drop another island, and we don't care about Kazminas on the Lynx, so we'll leave that be. 2 damage going face. Opponent has an instant speed white spell. Okay, he drops a... Okay. Just gonna hold up, no escape. Once we get the Eternal Skylord down, we've got a good blocker. We'll see what they play here. Okay, hit for 4. Opponent drops a Gateway Plaza and another Pouncing Lynx? No, nothing. Okay. I guess we just carry on holding up no escape. He might be trying to drop a Ketra now. Okay, swings. Passes. A Ketra. Erratic Visionary. I think we no escape that. There's no reason not to. Scry Island to the bottom. Opponent has... They do have something, but I'm not sure what. Gonna drop the Eternal Skylord, gives us some blockers. And they might have Tyrant Scorn, which doesn't stop the Eternal Skylord. Double attack, okay. I'm actually just gonna block both. So he can't battlefield promotion? Okay. That's pretty bad. Okay. So we can Thunder Drake. And we're going to Casminia's Transmutation this links. That way it doesn't get first strike either, so we can quite safely block it. If he's got a Ketra here, we cry. Totally lost, okay. Go down to 6. We can make him discard both his last cards. Okay. No. It doesn't matter. We'll play the Thunder Drake. So we can block one of the Lynxes. Hopefully our opponent hasn't top decked anything crazy. Shriek Diver, that's fine, we're not dead. Tyrant Scorn is perfect. We could Shadow Fugue his last card out, and then Tyrant Scorn. I don't know what his last card is. Okay, let's target player discards. What's he got? He discards that, and then we can destroy the Shriek Diver, pumping Thunder Drake up as a 3/4. Okay, no attacks. I'd like to get an Aven Eternal now, that would be great. Cameo's Epiphany, that is pretty bad for us. If our opponent is digging for anything, he's digging for a Ketra, so... He might just dig for removal though, just to push the last bit of damage. Obnixilus would be a pretty bad draw here, because we don't have anything to do with it. Ashiok would be okay, but not actually exciting. 3 top, 1 bottom. Okay, so has he got something to play this turn? Dovin would be quite good here. That basically nullifies one of their attackers for 5 turns. Oh, we lost connection. Quickly, reconnect. Don't dare make me lose this game to a disconnect. Come on, Arena. Work for me here. No! You bastard. It's in the middle of a game. Oh, I think my internet connection might be cutting out. We'll try to reconnect as quickly as possible. I'm just gonna have to keep trying to log in. If our opponent plays something and then doesn't decide to swing because he loses a Lynx, then we're fine. If he decides to swing because he sees us like stalling, then yeah, that might be a problem. We can't really afford to take any damage right now. Oh, bugger. Oh, I can't believe that we get a disconnect. That is real painful. I just want to play my draft, man. Why does my internet have decided it wants to die right now? Oh. We connecting? We're connecting. Oh. Back in the game. Oh. Obnixlus's cruelty, and we're on. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a loss. Okay, couldn't quite pull that game out. Probably went a bit too hard on the counter spells. I think he sideboarded the Lynxes back in, which is a bit sad. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the Wall of Runes in there. Might have made a big difference. Oh well, let's play another set. It's fine. Yeah, this hand seems fine. Okay. Another control matchup. Oh, Davriel. Davriel's perfect in this matchup. If our opponent hasn't got any creatures to play turn 2, which he doesn't, and we've got Aid the Fallen as well, so if we lose the Aven Eternal, we can bring that back as well as a Planeswalker. Narset, okay.
If you wish to surrender now, I understand. With thoughtfulness before action.
Now, he's going to be able to trigger Narset twice, so I think we're just going to drop Davriel rather than the Aven Eternal, because the Aven Eternal doesn't really put any pressure on them. Davriel Shadow Fuse. Ooh. Okay. Let's drop the island and drop the Davriel.
If you surrender now, empty your mind.
What are we dropping? I think we're dropping Dovin. I don't think Dovin's going to do very much here. Ashiok Skulker. Okay, dropping another land. Narset's going to tick.
An open mind.
Liliana's Triumph, okay. A Spark Reaper, okay. Let's Davriel first. See what our opponent decides to drop.
Thing to waste.
Callous Dismissal, okay. I think here we just want to Tyrant Scorn the Spark Reaper. And do we want to drop a Swamp? I do think we do want to drop a Swamp, yeah. Okay, dropping more land. Are they going to Davriel Shadowview? Makes the most sense. Okay. We'll drop the Swamp, and I think we'll drop both Swamps actually. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And we're going to drop the Aven Eternal. And we're going to force our opponent to discard another card. We've got Aid the Fallen, so we can get Davriel back. He drops the Liliana's Triumph. Okay, so pass turn. We're going to leave the Narset on board because... Oh, Ugin! Wow.
Understand the reality. This is my plan, not include you.
Okay. Do I Ob Nixilis to kill the Ugin? Probably a good idea. So we're going to Ob Nixilis. This kind of sucks because our opponent's going to draw cards, but if I don't do this, he gets Ugin, and Ugin is, well, he can just win the game by himself, so
Try not to think too
get rid of the Ugin.
I receive ally. It is just a small headache.
Okay, land. Okay, and nothing else. He might have just drawn nothing but land. So let's Ob Nixilis the... oh, actually, let's cancel. Let's swing with the token and kill Narset in case he's got Proliferate.
I must train harder.
And then we'll sack the zombie army, draw some cards.
Bones will read as omens.
Thunder Drake seems pretty good. Drop the Thunder Drake. The island, aid the fallen. Return 2 things. Haven Eternal, Davriel. Get a counter on them. Opponent draws a card, takes some damage.
Knowledge is not without price.
Davriel, okay.
I do hope this mask is intimidating enough. Let me pick your brain.
Let's drop the island. Okay. Let's drop Davriel first. Okay. Make him discard his last card.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
Lost a stealth mission. Okay. And we'll drop the Haven Eternal. Another counter on our boy. Kill Davriel. Opponent's going to take 2 damage. He's going to take 3 damage actually. He's going to take 1 from Ob Nixilis as well. So our opponent's getting burned out pretty hard by our Planeswalkers. And he concedes. Okay. Do we need Dovin in this game? I don't think so. I don't think we need Dovin. Do we want Narset? Take out the Charity Extractor and take out the Wall of Runes. Do we need Callous Dismissal? Maybe not. Let's put Narset, Augur, Shadowfugue, Toll of the Invasion, and let's take out the Callous... maybe the Casminas actually. Let's put one of the Callous Dismissals back in and put the No Escapes in instead. I think we're going on like the full control plan, given our opponents what they've shown so far. Do we need the Rescuer Sphinx? It's got some good synergy with Augur Bolus. Strix, we've added more spells, so I guess Strix is fine. Cool. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, let's keep that. Might have to take the Strix out for something. It depends if our opponents decided to sideboard in more aggressive cards or more control cards. This hand is actually fine. We can play the Ashiok and the Davriel. We are going second, which is probably not so great. Wall of Runes, okay. So our opponent hasn't taken the Wall of Runes out. We don't have any ground creatures now, so Wall of Runes is pretty useless. Let's just start dropping Planeswalkers and milling our opponent to death. Seems good to me. Laztep Reaver, okay. So he's got some more Amass style creatures in. Hopefully we can draw. So, oh, there's Davriel.
No one has seen my face
Okay.
and lived.
Let's drop the Narset because we don't have the blue mana to play her anyway. So opponent goes in for 2 blue mana. Nope. Toll of the Invasion I think is probably better than anything else we've got though. So let's Toll of the Invasion and see what they've got. Callous Dismissal. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, so our opponent's basically out of playable cards. I think we're going to drop the... We'll drop the Thunder Drake, I think.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Wall of Runes. Okay, so he's going to Scry. And we're going to mess up his Scry by using Ashiok. He went to the bottom anyway, so he's probably got more playable cards at the top of his deck. We will kill his Amass token. No reason not to. And there's an island. Okay, so we're gonna just drop the Ashiok and get to work. Wow, okay, so we hit 2 Ashiok Skulkers, which is actually really good given he has an extra land in hand to play them. Will he sack his Davriel to make us discard another card? Good question. Our Davriel's pretty useless right now, so I think we're going to chuck our Davriel if he decides to downpick. Yeah. We don't care about Davriel now. He's got no cards in hand. He's top decking. With 2 Ashioks, we're basically guaranteed to win the mill game. So
Our contract
I will drop the island here in case he's got Crush Descent, but he didn't, so that's fine. So now we're basically well set up to win the game just by milling them out with Ashiok. He might Spark Harvest Ashiok, but then we've got a second one, so Thunder Drake, okay, that's fine. That doesn't do anything just yet. So mill him for 4.
You remember your nightmares.
Pass. Okay, he draws another land. And what's his last card? Liliana? Bloody hell. Okay, so he's going to make us sack our creatures. And he's going to draw 2 cards. Okay. Draw some cards. He can't cast any. So he's going to go face.
My victory was
Okay, that's Ashiok, because we haven't got anything else to do. Ashiok.
your fight. This has been a nightmare.
Wow, Liliana is scary. That is a definite. He got the funky special art Liliana as well. So create a zombie token. He's going to swing at Ashiok, which is fine because he can't kill Ashiok, so we can downtick, put him on 3 cards left in his library. And there's Obnixilis, so we win.
Behold, I'll return.
Okay, please no counters. Oh, he's got counter. Counter for Obnixilis. Crush Descent. He did have it. Okay. We've just got to hold on here. A few turns. We've literally just got to survive literally 1 more turn or something. We haven't used Aid the Fallen yet, so Aid the Fallen wins us the game.
Looks like a fun new toy.
Damn, that's so close. If we had have got the Obnixilis out, he would basically be dead, because we could just kill one of his creatures, he draws 2 cards, he then draws another card, and puts him on 1, he can't kill us, so he draws the last card, and then hopefully he can't kill us, and then we win. But never mind. In fact, he'd probably swing at Obnixilis to kill Obnixilis. Stealth mission, okay, that's pretty nasty. We're going to take a boat load of damage here. What do we draw? Contentious plan. I mean, might as well. Submit. Cast dismissal. Does that keep us in the game? It does actually keep us in the game because he can't downtick Lily. Okay, we're still in this. Still in this by 1 life. He can't sack with Lily. If he does, he loses because he draws 2 cards and we don't die. He might do it anyway, thinking he can push enough damage. No, he's just creating a zombie. Okay, we're going to block a 2/2. Down to 1. We've still got another chance. Rescue Sphinx doesn't do it. Opponent's down to 2 cards. Pretty close, pretty close. Okay, so he's got Liliana. That's something we do need to pay a lot of attention to. Do we need the Walls of Runes? He's got Ashiok Skulkers, so I don't think so. I don't think that helps. I think we just take out the dismissals. He doesn't have that much Amass, and I'd rather have the counter spells for his other stuff. Maybe I put in another copy of Aid the Fallen and take out the Skythir Strix. Do we put in Dovin? I think Dovin instead of No Escape might be better. Yeah, okay. Let's try this one more time. We do go first, so that is an advantage. If we can pull an Ashiok for turn 3, that would be great. Okay, we got Davriel. Davriel's pretty good. Tyrant Scorn for turn 2 in case he drops some stuff that we care about on turn 2. Wall of Runes, yep, okay. Don't really care about Wall of Runes. Okay, keeps it on top. Davriel Shadow Fugue so we can tear his hand apart. That's pretty nice. Aztec Reaver. Okay. I think we will bounce the token. It doesn't matter if you bounce or destroy the token, it has the same effect. We're gonna Davriel.
Make this quick. I perish the thought.
Okay. Has he got anything that allows him to push? What we can do as well is we can rescue a Sphinx, the Davriel back to hand. Oh, Davriel, okay.
I'm mysterious, refined. Let me pick your brain for a minute.
I think we're going to get rid of Davriel Shadow Fugue. I don't think that's as relevant right now.
I do not miss
Okay.
this violence.
Let's drop the island. And let's rescue a Sphinx, the Davriel back to hand.
I don't think you'll be needing that.
Nope, we don't need that swamp. Not right now. I know it puts us a turn off playing the Eternal Skylord, but if we draw land, we can play Skylord. If we draw basically anything else in the deck, we can play it, so it's not too bad. Callous Dismissal, okay. So he just swings in with a 1/1, okay. That's fine. There's another island, so we can get the Eternal Skylord out. If he discards with Davriel, I think I'll just discard my own Davriel at this point. Or do I discard the Sphinx? If I discard the Sphinx, I can't replay the Skylord. Do I care about replaying the Skylord?
Let's tidy up in there.
I think we care more about ripping his hand apart than we do playing the Skylord. So, Spark Reaper, okay. Aven Eternal could go on the beatdown plan. I think Davriel's a better play here because he's running out of options in his hand. Let's make him discard.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Okay, totally lost. That's a pretty good thing to pull out of his hand. So he's looking for land right now. If he Spark Reapers the Wall of Runes, we're not too bothered. The Honest Triumph. Sack the Amass token. Everything at Davriel. I will kill your Spark Reaper. Don't test me. I will kill your Spark Reaper.
This wasn't part of our contract.
Okay, still a little dicey though. Wall of Runes, Scry. Presumably he's looking for land. He might have Liliana in hand. That's the thing that I'm worried about. Our Thunder Drake, that's good. More flyers. Can't complain about more flyers. If we draw Obnixilis, we can drop the Swamp and then play Obnixilis. Otherwise, we're not too bothered. Opponent doesn't have anything. Swing in the air and turn. Now we've got the no escape ready in case he drops something we care about. That is not something we care about. He's pretty land screwed. Opponent is quite land screwed. He hasn't even dropped a land yet, so his deck's got a lot of land left in it. He concedes. Cool. So game 2. Nice, nice. Right, despite the disconnect, we... Oh, that was in the previous game, actually. Never mind me. Cool, so one more win, one more set, and we make our gems back. Can the Amass Ashiok deck do it? Can we successfully mill our way to 3 wins? Though some of the games we are just winning through beating our opponent down with flyers and just making sure they don't have a hand, but this seems fine. We've got double wall of runes, so we can scry for land. Get the Sky Theater Strix out. Oh, Grim Initiate. Okay, so we might be against a red sack deck. Against a red deck, I think we're pretty well equipped to hold them down. We do want a second swamp. I think we just play the Strix. Okay, red-green. Okay. Got swamp. Drop the Aven Eternal. Swing for 1. Okay, start getting damage in the air. Obnixilis will give us some great value. Centaur Nurture is going to make that a little bit more awkward. We'll drop the island, preferably. Wall of Runes to scry. Rescue Sphinx. No, I don't think we need Rescue Sphinx. But we will Contentious Plan to buff up the Amass token. Pirate Scorn, it's pretty good. Swing for 4 in the air. We've got good ground blockers, so I think we're just going to try and push the air kill. They could drop a 6-mana creature here, which is a little scary. That's an Ilhag. Yep, that is something we did not want to see. Okay, so what do we do here? Do I just bounce the Ilhag? I think we Obnixilis, actually. And I think we sack the Amass token. Okay. Swing for 4. Is he going to use instant speed? Sarkhan's Catharsis, so he burns all his mana to kill Obnixilis. Rightio.
I am your inner demon.
What are they going to pull with Ilhag, is the question. If they don't pull anything particularly scary, I'm not bothered. Rubber Belt Rioters, cool, it's a 0-4. We'll take the 6 from Ilhag, I'm not too bothered. Okay, Callous Dismissal is pretty decent. We'll Callous Dismissal Ilhag. Push for another 4 damage. Token. Go to attackers. Our opponent can't just keep dropping Ilhag and hoping that wins him the game. That is not going to work. He is quite welcome to try, but I think we will just continue as we are. It seems fine. Do we bounce the Ilhag again, or do we see what he tries to do? I think we try to see what he does. Just bash him for another 3. Because we're not increasing the clock by giving the Strix more damage, so... What's he got? Plays a big boy, then he Ilhargs. I mean, presumably he wants to play the Robbelt Rioters. Angrath.
Water burn, you will.
Okay. What's he got? Robbelt Rioters, which we ignore. I think we can double block the Ilharg here. We'll block one with the Amass token. He does kill both our creatures though, whereas this he doesn't. Okay, let's do that. Has he got a pump spell in hand, maybe? You gotta play the Rioters and then swing with them. Then they become a 6/4. That would be good value. If he goes to play a pump on Ilharg, I'll probably just bounce it. Here he Stoneblades. Yeah, I think we'll bounce the Ilharg. Okay, he hits us for 3. Robbelt Rioters are just on the field now. Oh no, Ilharg still bounces them back to hand. Okay, cast Dismissal. If we cast Dismissal, we just win the game actually, so yeah, let's just bounce Nurturer. Just GG our opponent. We amass for 2, swing everything in face, and win. Okay. Opponent doesn't look like they have any flyers. They're probably going to sideboard in their reach though, so we've got to keep an eye on that. I think what we want against this is... we definitely want Toll of the Invasion. We want to keep Casminas in the deck. I think we definitely want the Wall of Runes. Cast Dismissals seem fine. Dovin's good. Do we want no escapes? I think we do want no escapes. What do we cut for it? Is Aid the Fallen relevant? It is against the Robbelt Rioters. Maybe we take out the Ashioks, actually. Do we need to mill our opponent is the thing? Or we just go for the Flying Beatdown? I think Flying Beatdown seems pretty good. We take out the Ashioks. We could actually pop in the Duskmantle Operative. But that only works against like Ilharg and their very biggest creatures. It doesn't work against most other stuff. I think maybe an Ashiok Skulker might be irrelevant. If we take out the Chariot Extractor and put in some Ashiok Skulkers as evasive creatures that can push damage later in the game. Or we just put in the no escapes. It's a hard decision. I think we'll try it with no escapes first. And then we'll try with Ashiok Skulkers after that. If the no escapes don't pan out very well. Red-green. Red-green Smashy. I prefer blue-green Smashy. I think it's got a lot more game. It's got a lot better creatures, but sure. This seems like a fine hand. Yep, we've got Tyrant Scorn for any early threats. Grim Initiate. Yeah, okay, so that's a pretty good start for our opponent. Wall of Runes is a perfect top deck. Never didn't have it, as our good old Kenobi would say. Don't think we want the swamp, so let's bottom that. Opponent does have a few combat tricks. We do need to pay attention to that. Gateway Plaza, they might be splashing for something with the Gateway Plaza. Not 100% sure yet. We'll just wait. We shall just wait. Armcrop Invader, okay. That's fine, we can let him do his sack funny stuff and then Tyrant Scorn it. I think we will just hold up our Tyrant Scorn and our No Escape. What's he going to drop now? Bombery's Ambush. Okay. Resolve. Just destroy the Armcrop Invader. I think he's got Nahiri's Stone Blades in hand. I think that's why it's giving him priority. Just going to no blocks. Okay, that's not. It's just so he could sack the initiate if he wanted to. I think now's a good time to Toll of the Invasion. Centaur Nurturer. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, and drop an island. Devouring Hellion, okay. Right. We're going to Casminas the Hellion. I know it doesn't do like as much, but it does mean the Wall of Runes can block it, so that I know it seems silly because yeah, no escape. Sorry Angrath, but we're not letting you hit the board. Rescue Sphinx seems very good right now. We can bounce the Wall of Runes and replay it. Get some extra scry. Okay, we'll just block that and kill the Amass token. He is a sacrifice deck, so we want to keep the Amass tokens off the board if possible. Let's bounce the Wall of Runes. And we can contentious plan the Sphinx, which is good. We'll let the Hellion go through for 3, we're not that bothered. He might now force landing. Okay, he might do both. I think I take this trade because he's got the forced landing. Does he take the trade though, is the question. I'm willing to take that trade because of forced landing. Okay, no, he's just going to force landing. So we block 3 damage. It seems fine. We can actually just kill the Hellion with the Tyrant Scorn now, but I'm just going to drop the Wall of Runes, see what we get. Island we don't want. Okay, and we shall pass turn. I think we need to kill the Vivian's Grizzly, so he can't draw too many cards off of it. Probably should have done that last turn, but... Okay, so he's got a non-creature, non-planeswalker on top. Okay, there's an island. I think we just contentious plan just to draw. Submit 0. Okay, this feels kind of bad. Drop another island. We really need to draw some gas here, or else we're just kind of top decking. Ob Nixilis would be pretty good. Oh look, it's Ob Nixilis. Yeah, I think we're willing to sacrifice the Wall of Runes to Ob Nixilis. And we will contentious plan to give Ob Nixilis an extra counter.
Try not to think too hard.
I kind of want him to kill off Ob Nixilis so I can aid the Fallen and bring him back, but opponent's running a little low on cards actually, so Ashiok would be the most ideal thing. Okay, so Eternal Skylord and Strix. So we've got him on a 5-turn clock, a bit faster with Ob Nixilis actually. Raging Crunch, okay. Is he going to swing with the Hellion? Okay, he's going straight at face with the Hellion. No blocks. I win this race, so... Oh, there's Dovin. That's pretty good.
You have been analyzed and found wanting.
Let's stop the Raging Crunch, because that's a 4-3, so...
Your defects don't seem to bother you.
Knowledge is not without pride.
Opponent concedes. I guess that was a land. He must have just drawn another land. Cool. Three wins. Doing pretty good, I'd say. Ooh, and a rare. Captain Lannery Storm. Bit of a meme card, but sure. So, 3 wins. That's the ideal amount of wins you want, because you get to play again. So, yeah. Ashiok, the Dream Render, Dimir Mill. Though, you know, we're also just a flying beatdown deck, because, you know, flyers are just really awkward in this set. There's not many of them. They're not stupidly powerful by any stretch of the imagination. The really powerful one is Thunder Drake. If you can build around Thunder Drake, like in a dank proliferate deck, that's pretty silly. Oh, okay, well I guess we keep this hand. Yeah, sure. That was pretty bad. So we went from a 2-lander off color into a no-lander into a 2-lander with no black. So, oh, that's awkward. Don't like that. Don't drop a Planeswalker. Don't. Oh, okay. Oh, he's dropping a Amass token. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, bad things are happening. I don't like this. Okay, Aven Eternal. He's just swinging, no blocks. Okay. Oh, he's got no land. Okay. I think we play the Chariot Extractor first. And then turn. You might have Vraska's Finisher. So I'm going to double block here. So he has to choose. Does he kill the token or does he kill the Extractor? Divine Arrow, okay. That's fine by me. It's fine by me. Right, we're going to Ashioks. And mill our opponent.
I leave you.
I do love the voice lines of the Planeswalkers in War of the Spark. The amount of work that's gone into it is... He concedes? What? 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 Okay. I'm not really sure how to sideboard. I think Callous Dismissal is going to be very good. Don't know about Casminia's Transmutation. The low drop flyers are a good idea against the Grateful Apparition. Don't know about the Chariot Extractor. He seemed fine then, but I don't know if he's going to remain fine. I think we're going to take out the Charity Extractor and put in Toll of the Invasion, because I want the option to be able to get more information about my opponent's deck. If possible. Because we didn't really get to see what he's playing. However, if we lose this game, we do get the option of going first. So, we did mull down to 5, so I'm surprised he let that game go so easily. Right, so let's drop a Swamp. Hey, so he's playing Abzan. Okay. Abzan tokens, Abzan proliferate. Makeshift Battalion. Yep, you're being killed. I can't let... I've seen Makeshift Battalion get so out of hand in proliferate decks, it's actually silly. Let's drop another Swamp, Aven Eternal. Davriel Shadowfugue. I would love to discard some land. I would love to. Absolutely my favourite thing. Goodbye, land. Drop another Aven Eternal, swing for 4. Makeshift Battalion is fine. Drop an Eternal Skylord, swing for 8 in the air. Oh, he's desparking, that's fine. We still get the Amass. Swing in the air. Massive Recalls, okay. Sky Theatrix. Go to combat. Swing in the air. Pass turn. He needs a haste creature here to make use of the makeshift battalion. Sorin? Okay, Sorin's pretty good. He could return the makeshift battalion. Yeah, he's going to return makeshift battalion. I think Ashiok's a good...
Dream big. This. I'll return where you slumber.
And our opponent concedes. He wasn't dead, but sure. Sure. Probably should have down-ticked Ashiok after swinging. That was a mistake of mine. If I down-ticked Ashiok after swinging, it could have exiled any creatures he had in the bin, which then makes Sorin worse. Oh, Slim Voda. So, that was the easiest 4th win I've ever had, I think. But we'll take it. We will take all the wins we can get. Because that is more drafts, and I'm sure you guys are all up for seeing more drafts. I certainly want to play more drafts. And I've got loads of gold saved up for when the best of 1 draft comes out. I can play like 10 of those, and I'll get gems from them. And then play more drafts. So, yeah, it's pretty good. I think we keep this hand, because all we need is 1 more land to play both the Aven Eternals. I know it's basically we keep a hand where we can't play any of our cards, but yeah, we'll see what our opponent's got. Okay, opening with red. We're going to Contentious Plan just to draw a card. We need to hit our land drops. That's a good land drop to hit. Okay, is it Spells Matter? That could be pretty interesting to play against. Rescue a Sphinx bouncing the Aven Eternal could be pretty sweet here. Okay. I think we're going to drop the Wall of Runes. And don't know if we need that, so we're going to bottom it to try find more action. And we'll drop the other Aven Eternal. And go face for 4. He's got a spell. Gyre's Greeting. On the, possibly on the Aven Eternal, not the army token. Yeah, it looks like he's got Gyre's Greeting. Okay, that's fine. So we trade, decently. Get some damage in. And that's a Ral. That is a Ral. Hopefully we draw land here, because then we can hit Ral for 4. But him double casting even once is pretty crazy. So this is definitely not good. Okay, there's the land. That's good stuff. Eternal Skylord. Hit Ral. Because we are not racing face with a Ral on board. That sounds like a terrible idea.
Good aim.
So, ideally, our opponent doesn't have Callous Dismissal. If they do, that's going to feel pretty bad. Is he going to scry or is he going to double cast? If he double casts, we at least get rid of the Ral, you know? But it's still pretty bad. Contentious plan, okay. 1 damage goes face. He proliferates and draws a card. Is he going to double cast now?
It's easy. Quantum particles, blah, 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 and then you die.
Let Epic Science Guy. Heartfire, okay. That's pretty spicy right there. That's some spicy stuff. That is like a hot chili, that is. I'm going to drop the island so we can rescue Sphinx, the Wall of Runes. And then play that again. Let's scry. Obnixilis, yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay, we're going to Obnixilis. Gonna eat the Wall of Runes.
Every one can learn much from them.
Okay, and we're going to Tyrant Scorn, eating the Spellgorger Weird. I could have done that instant speed actually, it's probably a mistake. But we'll see.
Suffer the dreams of the damned.
Another Spellgorger Weird. It's pretty scary. Casme's Transmutation. I'm going to swing with the Sphinx. Does he remove it? He does not. We're actually going to eat the Sphinx. Okay, Chaos Dismissal seems fine here. He might have Lazotep plating. Yep, Lazotep plating. Okay. So we're going to get burned out there. Goodbye, Obnixilis.
I am your inner demon. Your victory will be short-lived.
Okay. If I Casme's Transmutation the Spellgorger, nothing really good comes of it, so it's just a contentious plan. Ashiok. Nothing to guard Ashiok seems pretty bad, so we're going to just pass. The opponent doesn't cast anything in the end step, so that's fine. Okay, he has got Commence the End Game available, which is definitely a pretty solid power card. More land is not good. I think I'm just going to commit to this. If he's got Commence the Endgame, we're probably stuffed anyway, so I'll just play Ashiok now. I've got 2 mana up, so I can pay for Crush Descent.
Welcome to my world of nightmares.
We're kind of getting mana flooded here, but we have already played quite a lot of playables, so it's probably about average what the land was drawn.
I need to make sure this.
My dreams dissipate.
Here comes Commence the Endgame, guys. Here it comes. Teferi's Time Twist. Wow, okay, fair enough. So that's going to come in as a 3-3. Nothing we can do about it. Another, wow, 3 Spellgorger weirds. That's it's pretty strong. Pretty strong.
This has been a nightmare.
There's more land. I think we probably just concede here. We can't beat 2 Spellgorger weirds on board. Okay, sideboard. Lots of Spellgorger weirds. I think we definitely want no escape. Toll of the Invasion could be fine against them as well. We want at least 2 no escapes. Wall of Runes don't really help because they grow too large for the Wall of Runes to stop them. Cast Dismissal's a little on the weak side as well, so is Casmia's Transmutation, because they just get counters on them beforehand. I think Relentless Advance is probably worth it, though our opponents probably got Cast Dismissal themselves. Oh, let's take out the Callous Dismissals. I don't think they're going to do that much. I don't think Charity Extract is going to do very much either. Narset might be genuine, but I think Augur of Bolus is a good... Now that we've added a lot of spells into the deck, yeah, I think that's probably going to have to be our plan. Let's try and control our opponent out of the game. It doesn't stop him casting instants and sorceries. The no escapes just stop him from putting more creatures on board. So hopefully, and we can use our Tyrant Scorns to get rid of his Spellgorger weirds. So it's not all bad. If one of them does get pretty big, we might be able to remove it with Tyrant Scorn. Okay, there's a Tyrant Scorn, so let's drop a Skyther Strix. Hopefully our opponent's got no plays. Yep, no opponent's got no plays. We're going to drop the black mana. Swing for 1. Pass to opponent. Alright, here comes the Spellgorger weird. Yep, that's game no escapes. Swamp we don't want. We're very likely to draw more land anyway, so yeah, there you go. Swing with the Strix. Pass turn. Counter the next either Ral or Spellgorger weird that he drops. There's Ral. It's getting no escaped. Dovin. Not what we need right now. Let's bottom that. Augur of Bolus is pretty decent. Oh, I should have played the Obnixilus first to give the Strix 1 more damage, but never mind. Yeah. Oops. Never mind. Let's eat the Strix.
I am not the wage of knowledge. Try not to think too hard.
On the Godbearer, okay. Gives him a 1/1. He takes 2 damage.
Knowledge is not without pride.
Okay, there's an Ashiok. Wow, this is pretty good. So we can Ashiok.
Nightmare.
Opponent mills.
Remember your nightmare.
What he got, okay. So he lost another Spellgorger weird. He also lost a Flux Channeler by the looks of it. I could Augur of Bolus. Or do I hold up other stuff? I think we Augur of Bolus. Alright, there's nothing there, so that's fine. We're not going to trigger Obnixilus because I'd rather get the Contentious Plan on him first. Could trade for the Eternal Token. Spellgorger weird, okay. Flux Channeler, okay. So he's gearing up for a big Spellgorger weird proliferate shenanigans. Ashiok's gonna mill. Actually, no. Let's Toll of the Invasion. Yeah, let's get rid of one of those, I guess. We're gonna Obnixilis the Augur of Bolus.
Cherish even the weak serve a purpose.
And I think we're gonna just Tyrant Scorn, destroying the Spellgorger Weird. And we're gonna Contentious Plan, which buffs all our boys. Buffs the team, and then Ashiok's gonna finally mill him for another 4. That's a lot of land, so he's probably not gonna hit land.
I've lost my appetite.
Opponent takes 1. Cyclops is completely useless now because he's got no instants in his graveyard. Flux Channeler's not exactly scary because it can't do much. He can kill Obnixilis if he plays either any spell.
I am your inner.
Yeah, non-creature spell. He can kill Obnixilis. He will lose the Flux Channeler in the process. He might just play the Cyclops if what he drew is not very useful. If he can't kill Obnixilis, I think I'll rescue a Sphinx Obnixilis. Gaia's Greeting, okay. So does he choose to get rid of Obnixilis or Ashiok, is the question. If he decides to get rid of Ashiok, if he doesn't get rid of Ashiok, he's getting rid of Ashiok, okay.
I aspired for more.
Rightio. So we're gonna Thunder Drake. And then we're gonna rescue a Sphinx, Obnixilis. Opponent is most certainly on a clock. Clock is what our opponent is on. And it is a pretty speedy clock. Gaia's Greeting, okay. Which means we can't block him or else the Electromancer will kill our boy. And Thunder Drake is too valuable to lose right now, so we're going to let that go through. Will he play Cyclops anyway? Yeah, okay. He's going to Cyclops anyway to hit Thunder Drake. That's fine. We're going to Obby. We are going to Contentious Plan, which will buff Thunder Drake twice. Breath Rate, draw card. Tyrant Scorn. Okay. We are going to swing for 5. And I think we're going to blow up the Electromancer as well.
Your bones will read as omens.
Okay, so he goes down to 4. He has to have an answer for the Thunder Drake or he dies. He's already used 2 Gaia's Greetings.
Knowledge is not without prize.
So his answers for Thunder Drake are going to be pretty limited, aside from playing a flyer, which we can bounce with Tyrant Scorn. So we've probably won this in our set. We might dig for an answer here. If he can find a bounce spell, we feel bad, but we can still bounce the Amass tokens, so we're not at the end of our rope yet. It was pretty all in for me to do that, but I think it was worth it. Heartfire, huh? So has he got like Heartfire and Gaia's Greeting? Because if he's got that much removal, I'm pretty scared. Sky Theatre Strix, okay. Ghostface.
Never cross me again.
Okay. Alright, so we're going to Tyrant Scorn. We are going to destroy the Sky Theatre Strix. Does he have Lazotep Plating in hand? He does. Okay. Okay, boy's getting pretty big. Do we die? I think it's unlikely we die, so we are just going to go face. He's tapped out, so he can't Heartfire the Thunder Drake down. He has to block. He is in top. Wait, are we dead? 6, 10. I think we're dead anyway. Oh, whoops. Concede. We're dead, because the Heartfire, he just goes... faced with and we die, because he can sacrifice Narset to the Heartfire. Cool. Oh well. My bad. I should have countered that. That was a pretty big punt right there. Although, do we have much of a chance after that? Lazotep plating? Possibly. Maybe I should have killed the Flux Channeler instead of the the Cyclops, because that did proliferate quite a lot. Yeah, I think killing the Flux Channeler would have been better. But we got 4 wins, so we get lots of gems and 5 packs. So that's pretty dank. Let's go open our packs, see what we get. Pack number 1. Okay. Command the Dreadhorde, Mastery Anime. Seems good. Okay, pack number 2. Get ourselves a wild card. And Bioessence Hydra. I want to play around with that in a Cura deck for sure. Okay, we got another Solar Blaze, so Jeskai is shaping up to be pretty sweet. I think I've got 4 Niv Mizzets already, so yeah. Soul Diviner. This guy's actually pretty legit with Cura, in my opinion. Pretty damn legit. What else is he good with? Because you can, for example, you play Soul Diviner on turn 2. Turn 3 you drop Cura. Soul Diviner takes counter off Cura, draws a card. Cura untaps Soul Diviner. He taps again, takes counter off Cura, draw a card. It's pretty good value, not gonna lie. So I do want to play around with him in the Cura deck and play like some sort of Sultai mashup. And then final pack, rare wildcard. Sure. There's a lot of rares I still have to collect, but my wildcard bank is looking pretty healthy right now. Pretty healthy. And we've still got... I'm not going to use any wildcards until I've burnt through all my gems and all my gold playing Spark. So I should have a pretty full collection by that point, and then I can spend those wildcards building any sort of jank that I feel like playing on stream. Sorry for those of you that like watching it live. I haven't been playing these drafts on stream. I just wanted to play my free one from the pre-release and just play another one just because I'm in the mood for it. But it's pretty late now, so that'll be the last recording for the night. And I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a pretty good deck. The red-black was a little bit disappointing, but I think it was good to try it out and see how beatdown worked. When it got a good hand, the first game we played, we got pretty damn good hands and we just absolutely rolled over our opponent. But yeah, they require a lot of synergy. A lot of synergy is needed to make those sacrifice decks work. Whereas a deck like the one we just played, I mean, we got the flyer plan, we had the mill plan. I don't think we actually won a single game through milling our opponent, so I guess Ashiok was a completely useless card. But our opponent did spend resources attacking Ashiok, which otherwise didn't go face, so I suppose that's relevant. But yeah, Ashiok really didn't do very much. But the rest of the deck worked fine, so yeah, maybe blue-black flyers, blue-white flyers, maybe Esper flyers. If I play Esper flyers again though, it's going to be exactly like Allegiances, because that's mostly what I played in Allegiances as well. But if it works, it works. You know, I don't want to spend money, or I don't want to spend loads of money on MTGA. Like, I don't mind spending a little when they do like the featured like cheap packs, you know, where you get a bunch of gems and some extra stuff on top of it for cheaper than what the gems cost. I think that's, you know, and I like supporting it because MTGA is good. I don't have to spend near as much money on this as I would on other card games potentially. So yeah, I like my Magic. So anyway, that'll be it for the episode, or the draft rather. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, it's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.